Hi everybody, welcome back to L&L Honeycomb Homestead. Today I'm going to show you how you can make a big batch of brownies already made up without the liquid, okay? You're going to do all your powder form into a jar, and then all you have to do is just add your wet ingredients whenever you're ready to make up your brownies. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. Let's get to it. Okay, so in this recipe, okay, I'm going to have it down below so that way you can copy also the recipe. In this recipe, you're going to need 6 cups of sugar, 3 cups of flour. You're going to need 2 cups of cocoa butter, 2 tablespoons of salt, and, 2 cups of chocolate chips if you want to put that in there. It's optional. It's whatever you want to put in there with your brownies or nuts or whatever like that. And then you're going to do first, you're going to be sifting 3 ingredients. You're going to sift the baking cocoa. You're going to sift, it's the cocoa that's not, what you call it, what cocoa is that? It's not the sugar kind. It's the, the not sugar cocoa, okay? So you're going to take the cocoa, the flour, and the salt, and you're going to sift that, okay? So, and then you're going to need you a gallon jar. You're going to need that too, with a funnel, because we're going to put all these ingredients in a gallon jar. Now, you can use it in a small jar if you want to, but we're going to put it in a gallon jar, so that way when we want some, we can just make it up and just add the wet ingredients. So down below, we're going to have that in the description box, the ingredients and everything that you should put in your homemade brownie mix, okay? This is all from scratch. Okay, so we're going to put the flour in first, and that's going to be 3 cups of flour. So I'm going to get this and my flour, and we're going to put 3 cups of flour in, all-purpose flour. Okay, so we're going to do 3 cups. And make sure you level it out so you can have a total of 3 cups. So that's 1. You're going to have it in a sifter, and you're going to need another bowl so you can catch it on the end, because we're going to put all the ingredients in, and then we're going to just rake it over into the big container. Okay, we're going to put it in that. So we got that going on. And it's 3 cups. That's 2. I'm going to set that to the side. And we're going to sift that here in a little bit. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and sift that in. Okay. Sift it on in there. And this here will make your brownies really fluffy like, and it's going to be really light. And also this will help you see that if you have any clumps or anything in your flour, you will be able to kind of smash that up in there, and that way that can go ahead and dissolve, be off into there. Okay, so the next thing you're going to put in there is your cocoa. And with your cocoa, you're going to need, with your cocoa, 2 cups of cocoa. So here's my cocoa. And you're going to put that in there. And you're going to need one more to make 2 cups. That was 1 cup right there. Okay, put that over in, and we're going to sift that too. And you see that right in here? We're going to just mash that up in there and go ahead and put that on in there. And that way you can come in there. Okay. Now, we're going to just do our salt and put that in there as well. Okay. And with the salt, you're going to need 2 teaspoons of salt. I don't know why I set that over there, because I'm going to need it. So we're going to sift that on there as well. So 2 teaspoons of salt. Okay. Over there. And we're going to just go ahead and sift that on in there. Okay. Now that it's in there, we're going to just go ahead and just mix it up. You're going to need you a whisk, so that way we can evenly mix this in. Making a mess. Mix it up really good. Okay, now that's good in there. Now we're going to take our spoon you can take your spoon or you can take a measuring cup. 9 times out of 10 I'll be using a measuring cup. I don't think I'm going to use a spoon to scoop this out to put in this jar. So now you're going to need this jar right here. And we're going to go ahead and put those ingredients in there because it's not over with yet. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put them in here so that way you can fill your gallon jug up. And we're going to go ahead and put this in here, and then we're going to go on to the next step. Okay, family, so now that we got that mix off in here, now we're going to do the sugar. With the sugar, you're going to need 6 cups of sugar. Now, we're kind of like quadrupling this recipe, okay? We're quadrupling it. So that way we can have a whole lot of brownie mixture in here. Okay, so we're going to do 6 cups of sugar. That's 1, That's 2, 3, 4. Now, when you reach that 4th one, what we're going to do is put the lid on here. And we're going to kind of shake it a little bit. So we can get a good mix to it. Okay. Okay. Now that's in there. Let's continue. Put the lid back on there for that funnel. And we're going to add the last 2 cups of sugar. 5, 6. Okay. Now, at this point, you can either add you some chocolate chips in there, or wait until you get ready to start baking and add your chocolate chips to it. Okay? So we're going to shake this up again so we can get a good mix. Okay. And this is an old pickle jar. And these were donated to me. My paper. My notes on it. Okay. And now, the main ingredient in here that you're going to need, okay, that's after the sugar. Put my lid back on here. We're going to add to this some dry milk, okay? Yes, dry milk. So that way, that's already inside. It'll be already in here. It'll be already in here. So with that dry milk, we're going to have 5 1/4 cups of dry milk. So I'm going to get that, and we're going to dump that over in here as well, too. Sorry about that. Shake, shake. Okay, family. So a quick tip. Now, I got some dry milk in this bucket here. And I store a lot of my dry stuff, like my beans and things. I got all different size containers. And I got them from Walmart over in the bakery area. So if you're at Walmart, or if you're at a fast food chain, McDonald's, Burger King, something like that, and they got pickles and stuff that comes in off the truck, you can ask them if you can have their pickle jar, their pickle bucket. You know what I'm saying? Because you can, they might give it to you, or they might just charge you a little nothing. And so, or Walmart, ask them, hey, are you throwing away any of your, icing containers? And that way, if they say, oh, you can get them, so you can get you some buckets, so that way you can start storing up like your rice and your beans and all those type of things. You can get it for free, or you can get it for like $5 or $10. They might charge you, but you still, versus how much they are, you ain't gonna, won't pay for nothing. I didn't have to pay for these, okay? So, yeah, that's just a tip in case you're looking for some buckets to store your things in, okay? So, another tip is, if you got dry milk or something like that, when you get ready to put it into a bucket, make sure that your bucket is good and washed and cleaned, and that way your powder won't be sticking and everything and going bad, because you don't want your milk to get wet. You know what I'm saying? You don't want it to get wet. You want to store it, so you don't want it to get wet. And also, you want to put a date on there. So whatever the date is that you have on your milk, you want to make a note of that, okay? If you want to put it over here on the side of your bucket, put it on a piece of paper, or make a little inventory, because I have a book where I do inventory on what I need to pick up, or stuff like that. I'll put the date and stuff on what I got, so that way I know when I'm doing this, I know this is gonna last me for a while. So that milk that I have in here, it won't expire until next year. Okay, till next year. So I'll be able to store this, put this in a jar, and it'll be a good shelf staple for a whole year. That's for everything that I have in here. I got a whole entire year to use this, you know what I'm saying, until I get ready to do it again. Okay? So keep that in mind as well. You got a whole year. You ain't got to worry about nothing expiration, on nothing, because it'll be till next year before it expires. Okay? So now we're going to put that main ingredient in there, and that's going to be your milk, because you're going to need milk when you make your brownies, correct? So dry milk will be great to go in here, because it's going to be all dry. Because all you're going to do is, and like I said in the description box, I'm going to tell you what you need to just take out, scoop out on, if you're getting ready to make you up some brownies. Because everything that you see as far as the dry ingredients, they're going to be in here. And all you're going to have to do is just scoop out accordingly. Okay? So all the ingredients are going to be in here. So right now we're getting ready to put the milk in here. So you're going to need 5 1/4 cups of dry milk. Okay? And this also, you can get vitamin D milk dried. You can get that whole milk. You can get low-fat milk. You can get, there's different type of milk. Almond. If you can get the almond, go ahead and get the almond. You might want the almond milk. Some people can't have that vitamin D milk. You can get whatever milk you want to put in here. Okay? Just throwing that out there. Okay? So you're going to need 5 1/4 cups. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more makes 5. 5, and then you're going to need your 1/4 cup. Okay? Move this out of the way. Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. Got y'all bumping everywhere. And you're going to need 1/4. Okay. And I'm going to get that. And here's the 1/4, okay? We're going to put that in there. We're going to shake that off in there. Now that we got that in there, now we're going to shake this again. So that way we can kind of even it on out. And there's no right or wrong in doing that. You just want to make sure that you sifted the cocoa and the sugar. Okay? You want to make sure, not the, I think it's the sugar. The flour. Make sure you just sift that. So you're going to just go all the way around, and you're going to shake, shake, and shake. Okay? You're going to shake. So you can get a good mix going. And another easy way in doing this as well, you can put this all like in your mixer if you want to. And you got that whisker in there, and you can put it in there, and that way it can kind of mix it all up real good, and then rake your ingredients into your jar. Okay? If you don't have a mixer. I just didn't want to bring that bad boy over here. Okay? But I'll probably end up taking it out and then just mixing it and then pouring it back in. But I wanted to show people, because a lot of people don't have a mixer. Okay, a lot of people don't. So you can do it this way as well. Okay, and just keep shaking it until you get a good mix. Okay, you can do it like this and go all the way around with it until it's completely mixed. Okay, And it's just that mixed up too. And you can do little at a time with that milk. Take 1 cup and then you shake it. Do another cup, shake it until you don't have to do it how I did it. You know, just do it accordingly. Shake it as you're building up all your dry ingredients, and that will make it easier for you too. Okay. So now we got all of this in here in this gallon jug. All of this in here. You see that? That looks really pretty. So now you see, this is a way that you can save your money, and you get all the ingredients. You can get them from Dollar Tree. You can get them from Dollar Store if you don't have the money and you're on a budget, okay? Just get a good, quantity of this stuff. And that way you can put it all in one jar. And down below in the description box, I will have everything that you need to know on how much you can take out just to make you a batch of brownies, okay? But this right here, I done shook it up really good, okay? Off camera, I done did it some more. And as you can see, never mind that tags, I used to have my all-purpose flour in this. But I'll have another tag on it. And then I'll have, 2026 on it to let me know that this will expire. Because each one of those ingredients, it wasn't going to be until August of next year before all this expires. So all I have to do then is just put the date on here. Or you can take this lid if you want to, and then you can write down all the things that you need in here as far as wet ingredients. Or you can get you a piece of paper and put it on here, and it have all the ingredients and all the things you need to do to make up your brownie, okay? All the ingredients. And I'll have that down in the description box. So now you got your own homemade brownie mix. All that. That's your brownie mix, y'all. So that way you won't have to keep going to the store, buying brownie mix. If you look on the back of it, it's going to have all these ingredients in it. All those ingredients in there. And you're eliminating the stuff that you can't read. You remember? So all that is right, pure ingredients right there for you. That's your brownie mix, okay? That's it. That's all you got to do. That's it. And if you want to look up things, because this is what I do, okay? I do this all day, and I have no problem showing it to you. You go on Google, and you write up, and you look for scratch recipes. Find those recipes. And if there's a twist in there that you want to add in there and you can take out and substitute, you can do that. You can do that, okay? So feel free to take this one as well. And it's online. That's how I be doing. That's how I be making up these dry ingredients, okay? Just that simple. And I didn't mind sharing it. So that's one way you can make your brownies. Put them all your ingredients in one jar. Just like that. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment down below. Make sure you look in that description box and get that recipe, y'all. Because look, we're trying to be on a budget-friendly type thing, okay? I'm trying to help everyone, okay? So that way you can still be able to grocery shop, get the little things that you need to do, and make big bulks of all the things so that you can enjoy and not be stressed out, okay? We're going to keep from being stressed, but you're going to be able to make more brownies instead of grabbing everything off the shelf, okay? So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Leave a thumbs up. Share the video if you like. And y'all, have yourself a wonderful and blessed day. Bye-bye.